Twitch, YouTube, welcome to another stream. My name's Corrupted2108. This is the Going Ham Hot Lap. And to round out Vapid Truck Week, we have a truck that is a cultural icon, that being car culture. It is a very sought-after car there, in a truck in real life, especially if you're a pro Ford automobile connoisseur, or Ford truck connoisseur, more important. And it does have significant presence in one particular movie. This is the Vapid Firebolt ASP real-life variant, the Ford F-150 Lightning. I believe it's an SVT. The difference between this truck and all the other ones that have been featured this week for Vapid Truck Week is this is HSW upgraded. This is the only one for HSW upgrade. But I had to throw it back with the red paint and the decal that of a as close to a representation as the original Ford Lightning from the first Fast and Furious movie. I was considering waiting to use this truck when I did feature some other Fast and Furious style vehicles. However, I chose to round out the Vapid Truck Week with this. Figured it was fitting because the rest of them, compared to this truck, are so god-awful slow that it'd be nice to have something relatively quick to end the week on. Did say earlier in the day that I did not plan on watching the Super Bowl. I did end up watching the Super Bowl. It was a game. It was a game that I'm sure most people fell asleep through. If you went to a Super Bowl party for this game, I did not. Like I said, my team wasn't in it. My team is the San Francisco 49ers, and though the game was played at the Niners Stadium in Santa Clara, I did not get my wish. Both teams did not lose. Instead, it was only the Patriots that lost. And that Super Bowl was a meme. Not a good meme. Not even a funny meme. It was a meme for all time. This game was so bad, and it was a borderline stalemate through a third of the fucking game, that you were stuck watching it to see who was going to score first. And for the longest portion of that game, it was just field goals. On the Seahawks opening drive, they scored a field goal. Then I think it was another field goal to end the first quarter. And then there was a lot of time between them getting to 9 points. And then somewhere before halftime, they got to 12 points. And then you had the halftime show, which it was a halftime show. And then third quarter kicked off. The Patriots got the ball. They did nothing with it. I think it would have been more entertaining had the Patriots actually eaten the ball. Like, slow roasted it over a campfire, peeled it apart, and ate it. It was that god-awful where... And the only... You feel bad for the Patriots as an organization. Especially with the... Because, I mean, it's not the same players from when the Patriots were there every single year. No, this was new players. This was a new quarterback, a newer quarterback. You felt sorry for Drake May. You did. You felt sorry for him. You felt sorry for his offense. You felt very sorry for the defense, because try as they might to hold the Seahawks to the score they held them, and you can tell that they were just getting exhausted. Meanwhile, the Seahawks really didn't even look like they were trying. Like, it almost looked like, okay, we'll get a field goal here, and we'll get a field goal here, and we'll get one more over here. Okay, now it's halfway through the third quarter. Now we're just gonna light them up, and that was the first touchdown of the entire fucking game. And then you're sitting there going, okay, well, somebody woke up on the seat. Like, did me? Really? Did you have to? Asshole. Did you have to let? And then, out of nowhere, Drake May sails one to Mac Hollins, which you didn't even see on the field on the screen until like the camera panned over to him, and he's in the end zone. And it's like, okay. All of a sudden, it's 19-7. You know, and you know, games kinda sorta within reach. Mind you, before that Patriot touchdown, it was a goose egg the entire game. And then the Seahawks scored another touchdown, and you're like, okay. Or no, it was another field goal. They scored another field goal. Scored another field goal. You're like, okay. Well, then the Patriots scored a touchdown. And it was like 22-13. And you're like, all right, cool. Game's still within reach. You figured if any team was going to have any sort of magic, it was going to be Patriots. Patriots magic has always been a thing. If you're a football fan, if you're a football fan in general, then you know the Patriots have something. They've got a shaman. They've got somebody casting spells. They got something, right? And then the Seahawks scored another touchdown, and it was 29 to 13. And then the Patriots tried to answer, and they couldn't. But they were able to stop the Seahawks. And they tried to answer again, and they couldn't. And the Patriots defense was able to kind of limp dick their way to a stop, because again, they were tired. And then nothing. And then under 2 minutes to go in the game, the ball gets turned over. Well, they scored another. It was another touchdown, and then it was called back for a holding call. So that was called back, and then they punted it away, and the Patriots tried and they tried and they tried, and then like something kind of shitty happened. Like the last 4 or 5 seconds of the game, like I'm not entirely sure if it was a wideout or a Patriots running back, but like the Seahawk defender like held him to the ground with the ball underneath him so that he could not get up as the time expired, which was a little which I thought was a little shitty. Same color minivan. What the fuck? But yeah, that was the Super Bowl, and I'm really kind of like I'm kind of glad I watched the game just to see how awful it was, but also I'm kind of hoping the Seahawks would lose. My team faces them twice a year, 3 times if they're in the playoffs, and now Sam Darnold is a thing. Like, really not a fan of Sam Darnold being a thing at all. But I guess he is the lesser of 2 evils, because they definitely could have been Patrick Mahomes in the Super Bowl again. But I was right. The Super Bowl commercials did really suck. There was maybe two of them that were really good. There was one that the NFL put out, which was the children playing like pee-wee football and whatnot, and stuff. That was good. That was heartwarming. And the Pepsi one, which was the Coca-Cola bear preferring Pepsi over Coca-Cola, which I thought was funny, but the rest of them were just like, what are you doing? The Uber Eats one was dumb. Some of the movie trailers were just awful. There's a movie coming out, I guess going directly to Netflix, that is, it made absolutely 0 sense, and I don't know how they thought the trailer, the TV spot trailer, was going to be a good look for them, much less it being a Super Bowl ad. But yeah. But I guess there have been worse Super Bowl ads. There was one I mistook for a Budweiser commercial. Turned out to be a movie, Super Bowl TV spot trailer for The Mandalorian and Grogu, or the Baby Yoda. That's actually being made into a movie, and that's coming out in May. I could have sworn it was a fucking Budweiser commercial. Oh god. Up into the forest. But yeah, I thought they had the Clydesdales out like they normally do for a Budweiser commercial, and boy was I wrong. Because let me tell you, had me completely fooled. Like, oh look, they got the Clydesdales out. There's 4 of them. Okay, that makes sense. And it, you know, it's a covered wagon, and you're like, okay, I can follow this, and everything's fine. Okay, no problem. And it's Baby Yoda and the Mandalorian, and I'm going, what the fuck is going on? And, yeah. So that was the what the fuck moment for the Super Bowl ads, I think. Why would you do that? But, yeah. But, yeah, I, was really hoping the stadium would have imploded. If I'm honest. That would definitely get both teams to lose. Because fuck, stadium's gone. We can't play, you know? I mean, if anything, it would go down as a draw. And I mean, that's never been a thing in the Super Bowl where it's been a tie. So then technically they wouldn't have won. Because then at what point do you do a best out of 3, you know, for a Super Bowl? But yeah. So be sure to catch my elusive target for Hitman World of Assassination video that went up today. That went up earlier today on my channel, my YouTube channel. It was the Undying and the Splitter for year 6. So do give that a watch. Also, the other trucks in Vapid Truck Week, give them a watch. And if you have already, thank you very much for the support. If you do like the content I provide, all the ranting I do, I hit him because he's not a subscriber. Do give me a follow and consider using your Prime sub here on Twitch. That doesn't cost you any money. You just have to remember to resubscribe every 30 days. You can also throw a sub down on my YouTube channel. That's free as well. And then ring the bell for all notifications on when a video is posted, or I go live here on Twitch. But yeah, I do appreciate every bit of support that y'all have given me over the last almost year that I've been doing the hot laps concurrently. And a little under 4 years part-time doing the Twitch thing. So do appreciate all the follows and everything. It helps me out greatly, and the subscriptions to the YouTube channel, that helps as well. Whoa! Really? I lost a fender? Oops. I didn't... What about it? Back into the city we go. Oh. Thank you for the assist, I guess. Oh, don't do that. Why would you do that? Oh, dear Lord. Interesting. Oh, don't do that. Don't. You did it anyway. Jesus. Sure. Oh, what? Alright. We recovered. We take those. Oh, man. Admittedly, I thought I could clear that car. I don't know how I made it in between those two, but okay. We take that. And then we explode. You know, typically this is a no-death run. Very few times have I exploded. So, I can honestly say that's unique. Gee whiz. Well, I can definitely tell you that the finish time is going to be a heck of a lot faster than the last few trucks. It's going to be an impressive finish, especially for a pickup truck. Finished. 30 minutes, 53 seconds, .285. Not a bad time for a pickup truck, if I do say so myself. And that concludes Vapid Truck Week. That also concludes tonight's Hot Lap. Thank you very much for joining. If, as I said, if you continue to enjoy my content, do drop a follow here on Twitch. Also, consider using your Prime subscription. That would help me out greatly. And remember to ring the bell for all notifications on when I go live. That does it for tonight. I've been Corrupted2108. This has been the Going Ham Hot Lap. And I will catch you on the next lap.